In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all exactly what to expect after the inflation reports that we've gotten this week. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all a setup, a stock that looks like it's about to make a huge move tomorrow, and why all of you should be keeping it on your watch list. Let's dive into the charts. Right off the bat, we got the Nasdaq futures, and in the last video, I took a bearish stance on the market and I drew this setup right here. All right, and so far right now, the Nasdaq has just been given dojis. Right, on the 14th, which was yesterday, Tuesday, was greenish. Today, it was just mixed. We saw a lot of the rotation happening, money flowing from the AI stocks and the AI sector into the Max 7, which is something that I've mentioned before and is still ongoing currently, right? So right now, the Nasdaq is down by negative 0.1, negative 0.10%. I think the Nasdaq is going to drop more while the Max 7 is actually going to push higher. Again, like what we saw today, I think it's going to happen tomorrow, and you'll see why when I show you all the stocks for tomorrow. You'll see. But for right now, again, this one I expect it to drop. 28,000 is imminent. Eventually, it's gonna get there. The SPY is moving in the opposite direction. The bulls have taken control of this one still. Right? It's like it's trapping everybody. Very nasty price action right here. Absolutely disgusting, right there. Okay, so this is extremely hard to trust. Now the bears are in control of it. The floor on the Russell is below 2,965 bucks. I have an alert on here. If we see a lot of these small cap stocks tanking, I expect a breakdown to happen probably in the afternoon, going into Friday, right? But for the morning specifically the morning, I do expect the Max 7 to push higher, but for everything else to tank. Now, let's talk about the inflation report, because we gotta look at that. It's been a while, right? So what happened with the CPI? Something shocking. I thought it would be hotter than expected. I thought it would be above 3.9%. I thought it would be 4%, even 4.1, but it turned out to be a 0.7% drop between May and June. All right. And money is flowing into crypto, money is flowing into the Max 7 as well. Same thing can be said about the PPI. We saw a small reduction between May and June from 6% all the way down to 5.5%. Let's go back to the charts and let's take a look at the first stock. Now, the first stock that I want to share with y'all is Amazon. Amazon, I was looking at it for a while. I was looking at it yesterday for a long. I hesitated at the close yesterday because it just didn't give me the confirmation that I liked. I wanted to see Amazon above a specific price. I wanted to see Amazon above 248. Like a close anywhere up here would have been wonderful for me to go long for that move, right? So I missed the overnight jump, but there's still more to be gained from it. In today's video, we gotta look at what to expect again. This is the bigger picture that I want to share with y'all. An ascending triangle on Amazon. We have the breakout that happened at 9 a.m. followed by a push that's going to happen tomorrow morning. I think it's going to go up to exactly 270 by the end of the day tomorrow. If not, then on Friday. I'm pretty positive that that's going to happen, right? The structure is very clean. The weekly is bullish, the daily is bullish. And also, one more thing that I really like about this one is the gap at the top right here, right? So this gap I really like. And when you compare when you compare Amazon with the Nasdaq, you will see that Amazon is actually lagging behind the indices. There's room there, just like we saw a massive push with Meta. I also expect a massive push with Amazon. I like the way the volume is looking too. The volume is increasing from the moment we started to get out of that ascending triangle, right? So this, it has all of the signs and the structure is there, is clean. I don't see any flaws. If you see any flaws and you disagree, again, let me know in the comment section below. But I like it for tomorrow, therefore I want to share it in this video. Now, the next stock, this one is going to be for the bears. All right. And since we're talking about rotation, we gotta talk about TSM. Now with TSM, this is a semiconductor stock. The market cap of this stock is exactly $2,170,000,000,000 at the moment. It has earnings tomorrow morning. And I think this one is going to tank. I really, really believe so. The bears have been in control of the stock for the past 2 weeks. A lot of money have been siphoned out of the semiconductor sector. There's also news that came out this morning. I gotta find it. I think that news came on the... Bear with me. Let me put MU here. If I'm not mistaken, it was on MU. I'm gonna clean up that chart. Actually, no, I'm not gonna clean it up. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Yeah, so I have this analysis on MU. We're gonna talk about both of them at the same time. So this is MU. This is what happened in the morning. A massive sell-off. But the news that I want to share is here. They put something like China releasing competitors. Ah, there it is. There is that news. Yeah, so it says right here, Micron stock drops with Chinese competition about to get fiercer. That's the news that they released at like 6 a.m. Literally almost 2 hours before the market opened, which caused a little bit of a gap down, and then it just kept accelerating after the market opened. So this is bad. Every time there's competition in the AI space, the chips sector, a move down is imminent. Like it's almost a guarantee. And with MU, I told y'all before, and I'm gonna tell y'all again, I'm expecting to drop all the way down to 800, or actually no, all the way down to 756, all the way down here. And until we get that drop, I won't stop being bearish on the semiconductor sector. All right. So we have that breakdown of this bearish pennant that formed here. And if what I think is gonna happen tomorrow happens, we should see MU open around 825 and then fall down to 757. All right, and this is what I'm talking about now with TSM. The earnings reaction. The earnings reaction, I believe, is going to be the catalyst for that drop on everything else, specifically MU, right? And the reason why I'm bearish about that reaction that's coming up tomorrow morning is because of this. There's a bearish pennant that broke down 3 business days ago below 430, retested resistance, and then closed near the lows at 419. All right. So the bears are in control of this thing. And if you look at the daily chart, there's a massive gap at the bottom right there. And if you compare this specific stock, if you compare TSM with MU and SNDK, you'll find out that this one is lagging behind the other ones. And earnings have to help it catch up with the other ones. Therefore, I'm bearish on TSM, and I expect it to open below 360 tomorrow. I know, it's a bit aggressive. I know, and I could be wrong too. I was wrong about the reaction from, what was it, Goldman Sachs. I was wrong about that. I was. I knew there was a chance and that the shorts could get demolished if it opened up above 1100, which it did, right? But this is a different case. We're talking about banks versus the semiconductor stocks, which money have been taken out of throughout the past few days, right? So I think that terrible reaction to earnings will be the icing on the cake for all of the bears and all of the shorts who have been shorting the stock between 440 and 479. I think they're about to get paid the most as we drop. And anybody who is shorting MU also is about to get paid as all of these semiconductor stocks fall. I also think, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Burry shorting this thing. He started shorting it, I believe, from here after the formation of the first bearish pennant from the top. Like if you look on the 1 hour, again, we're doing a deep dive. This is to help out the beginners, right? I was bearish on MU at this point. I mentioned it in the previous videos that it was gonna drop, right? And it's still dropping. But this is where the news about Dr. Burris showed in MU came out, right here. And so far it's been down. It's been correct on the short, and it's gonna go even lower. So again, we'll see. Now the next stock that we gotta look at in today's video is gonna be one of the stocks that one of y'all actually mentioned in the comment section. Y'all were talking about how you were so excited about Oracle, so let's talk about it. What's up with Oracle? Why are you so excited about Oracle? All right, first and foremost, massive drop from the highs of 241 all the way down to 132. The gap on the left got filled, which is exciting. All right, the gap on the left got filled yesterday. Keep your eyes on it. Like everybody, take a good look at Oracle. Have an alert on Oracle. When it's time for the semis to actually rebound, I think Oracle is going to perform, or maybe perform just as well as everything else on the rebound. As I told y'all before, nothing really falls down in a straight line, right? We're gonna get that drop on MU. It's gonna drop to like 756, and then after it drops to 756, there's going to be a big rebound all the way back up to 900 before we get another wave down, probably in like September. That's how stocks typically move. That's how crashes typically behave, right? And our job as traders is to capture those moves and enter, pick our entries and our exits wisely and precisely. That way we can make as much money as possible in between those moves, right? So to the person who talked about Oracle, I'm gonna be watching this. I like it because it left a whole lot of gaps at the top, especially the one right here from the last earnings, especially that one. The contracts are getting cheaper and cheaper while the volume is increasing. So how much lower can they go? Honestly, I can't really tell you. I can't, like, if I was shorting this thing, I would have been out already at this point. Like, this is the time where you want to wait patiently for it to show strength before you buy back in. But it's definitely worth watching. It's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of this video. Again, I am not your financial advisor. Do your own research and make your own decisions, all right? Don't forget to follow me on social media at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, don't forget to like and follow for more.